And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Shut 318.
55 to Mike. I'm here all day.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Oh, yeah!
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Let's go.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Okay, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey?
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it, because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
All day, every day, I live. Shit. Hey, wahoo! 55 to Mike. Check, 55. All day.
Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
258.
Watch 55. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second down now, it's Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Monday, down. 180.
Yeah. You don't want none.
That's up.
Richard on the toss. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check Mike.
Rodgers going to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
158. Hey, eat. Hey, Mike. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. And
he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
319. Let him know.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, second and goal.
You better bring it.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The tackle that time by William Hayes.
180. We're good. 180.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
SOS. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Rodgers. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then
He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense. But that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
So we're at halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
To throw is Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Yeah, baby.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run on first down. Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
That one good for 26 and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Josh Morrow on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down, Richard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Carr gives to Ashard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Carr. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Davis now to return it. Powers through. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Williams. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Here we go. 6 yards. Hey, eat. Check. Run it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel